So Subnautica 2 just released in early access. I played through most of the gameplay there so far, and I just wanted to try out a few things with the leviathans currently in the game. So this video is just me documenting some of that. First, I found a spot where you can clip out of bounds. There's a rock that just does not have collision. I sent a bug report, so I think it's going to be fixed soon, but I don't know if that could be useful to someone or just I don't know, like let it here for people that want to explore out of bounds. This is in the mine in the graveyard. When you enter the large underground room, there's a small nook on the right wall, and that's where I am. Now to the Leviathans testing. I just tried things around 2 of the 4 Leviathans currently in early access. The other 2 are kind of boring, so there's not much to do with them. I have no background footage of them because if you couldn't tell, this is a low quality video. I don't give a shit about retention. With these very kind words out of the way, this is the Leviathan, or like maybe there's multiple, I don't know. So yeah, these are the Leviathans that prevent you from going out of the world into the void. A few seconds ago there was a red barrier saying, oh, there's nothing there, this is early access, there's nothing there at the moment. And then there's these guys on the other side. So from my experience, I think the Leviathans try to like stay away from you, then one of them lunges at you and one-shots you, so you can't really do anything like scan them. Haven't made sure I got all the relevant equipment for this, like maybe there's a stronger suit, but I think the premise of these Leviathans is to be able to one-shot you so you stay in bounds. So I don't think much can be done with them at the moment, like scanning them. The Collector Leviathan can definitely be scanned. In my playthrough I kind of got killed, but the great automatic save system decided to put me literally on the Leviathan when I loaded back. I mean, I can't complain, at least in this game you don't lose multiple hours of progress because like lightning struck your PC and you forgot to manual save or whatever. Regardless, the auto save gave me enough time to scan the thing, but it definitely feels doable without that. Maybe even go at it in multiple short scans because that's the same entity and the scan progress doesn't reset, I think. Alright, so now this is kind of the meat of the thing. This is what I wanted to try out. I wanted to create a bridge between the 2 main islands and the 2 main biomes in early access. So they're separated by a gap that we can see here, and there's a Collector Leviathan between, so I wanted to try out creating a base in between. In the PDA entry for the Collector Leviathan, it says that it's really angry at basically everything, like submersibles or even bases. So I was curious about its behavior next to a base, like would it destroy it, like what tiger plants and other things did in Subnautica 1. But apparently it basically doesn't care about it. Sometimes it even messes with its pathfinding. So here I just went back to my base because I wanted more resources. It's not a very long bridge, but you're gonna need a lot of titanium, obviously. The gap is not that big, which is why I think many players are gonna do, like, basically what I'm doing right now. It's not that hard to do. I'm really curious as to how this is gonna turn out when the game releases fully. Like, is there still gonna be this trench here? Oh yeah, and at some point in the build times were just instant. Like to build stuff it usually takes like a couple of seconds, and at some point it was just instant. I don't know if it uses less materials or something, it's most likely a bug. Then I went back to my base a second time because I wanted to make a docking station for the Tadpole to just see how the Collector Leviathan would react to it being docked in the middle of the void. Like would it still attack it and stuff? As you can see, I also had to change a little bit like how the base was built, different blocks to be able to dock, to make a moon pool. And you can see the Collector Leviathan in the distance as I try to make sure it can clearly see me when I use the Tadpole. So it's getting a little stuck. I was afraid it would not be able to push the Tadpole like near enough to its mouth or whatever and finish this animation. I was kind of scared it was gonna go on infinitely, but no. Seems like it's quite robust. The Collector still managed to like do a little bit of damage to the Tadpole, but it was basically nothing. And it stopped attacking. It stops attacking when you're in your base, which is the same behavior as what it is in Subnautica 1, like in the void. Then I reached the other side. I set up another beacon. I added 2 beacons so that you can see the 2 sides clearly. And now this shot is, I don't know, like I'm gonna let it play out because you can see the entirety of the base. One more thing to note, I think the developers wanted the Collector to always catch you whenever you enter this area, so they make it detect you very early on and do things like move towards you during that time and then attack you. So the first few seconds after it grows, it doesn't do anything, except you don't realize that because it detects you from very far away. But since here I'm inside a base, I can already see it from the get-go basically, and now the Leviathan seems like it's reacting very slowly. So basically the first like 10 seconds, usually you wouldn't even see the Leviathan. It would take this time to slowly glide towards you, but here it's already close to me, so there's this delay before it actually attacks. And again, it's funny to see the Leviathan get stuck on the base because it doesn't expect, like its AI doesn't expect there to be something here. The developers mentioned coding complex AIs for these Leviathans, but obviously they're always going to be found in very open areas, so they didn't really bother detecting obstacles and stuff. And finally, using this little rest point, I didn't really place it in the middle, but you should be able to traverse safely basically every time, or even like aggro it manually and then use your submersible once it de-aggroes, because I guess there's like a delay in between attacks. Like here, I basically went through the entire way without even getting detected.